On this episode, I'm going to be showing you how you can change out your old dryer vent connection from the back of your dryer into a more modern, eco-friendly, more aesthetic looking, and quick disconnect version. So make sure you stay tuned. Hey there friends, welcome to Fix This House. If you're new to the channel, consider pressing the subscribe and notification bell so you can always be in tune on DIYs, how-to videos, and product reviews that I do within this channel. Most of the time you have all this ducting just running here and there and just all noodled up. And my purpose for this video is so that we can manage this, make it a lot cleaner and a lot easier to clean and maintain whenever you want to get in there and start cleaning your ducting. So this first product that I want to show you today is this MagVent MV180. So we're going to pretend that your dryer vent ducting is located right here. Now you're going to take this piece from the MagVent and you're going to take out the clip like so, and it's going to be just this steel plate, and that's what you're going to work with. You're going to place this aside for now. Line up this hole according to right there, so make sure that the cutout is nice and even. If you need to cut out a little bit of the drywall or make some relief a little bit so that this will fit, then do so. So I'm going to mark it right there, mark it so I don't misplace where I'm going, miss that one, mark this one, place a mark right there, and do this one evenly spaced out. To make it easy and I don't lose track, just circle out what you're going to do. So the drywall screws provided is the easy one. Just takes a Phillips head screwdriver. You can do this manually. Now if your wall is plywood or any other types of material other than drywall, then you can just go straight to just screwing it right there. To make it easy, take your drill, take your plate, line it up, so make sure that these clips will go over these 4 latches right there, just like that. Locks in place. I take this end, stretch it out. Now it's only about a foot long. This one, it's a lot better. It comes with a key turning, so you can place this right onto your dryer over, and you guarantee that it's nice and tight like so. Okay, so let's pretend that this is connected to your dryer, and there you go. Now the benefit of this is that whenever you want to go and clean out your dryer vent ducting, you can just easily take this out. And every time that you want to go take out your, pull out your dryer to clean it behind there, even though this disconnects, you can always just find it because there's a self-aligning for the magnets. It's going to be always aligned every time. So you never have to worry about, oh, the banding will come out or it's come loose. It's always going to be lined up. This is a pretty strong magnet. Even if it's just about 3 inches away, it already is starting to suck that other magnet in. A 90-degree bend to the wall or to the other side, you're going to use the MV90, which is 90 degrees. Just using my cordless drill for this one, but if you have any screwdriver or flathead, that will work as well. Just disconnect that. See all that lint? We're going to go follow this to the dryer, and we can just disconnect this as well. If this is loose, you can just shimmy it off like that. You can either save this, it's up to you, but for me, we're just going to dispose of this because there's a lot of lint in here. So now that you have that vent open, it's actually the best time now to go and vacuum that before we install this product. Take your tape measure, and you want to measure from the wall up to the center of where the dryer vent is. And for this one, now depending on where you want to place the dryer, whether it be more here, make sure you position your dryer to where you actually want to do it when you push it into the wall. It could be closer to the wall, a little bit further. It's completely up to you. My measurements will be completely different from yours. Your reading here is 17.5, but if you want to make life easier, just move your dryer a little more inches to the left or right and make it into the whole number. For me, I'm just going to move my dryer more to the right so that it can be on the 18-inch mark. Again, if you need a MagVent MV90 or MV180, I'll leave both of those links on the description down below, along with any tools and equipment that I use within this video. Check out those links down below. Here's your 2-piece. So this is what comes inside the box. Comes with the instructions. Comes with some hardware as well. And here's the two-sided magnet. See how strong that is? You want to disconnect this hanger that's connecting to the back and push out like so. Just take your tape measure and measure how high this exit vent is, and this one's reading about 6 inches on the center. What we're going to do is we're going to transfer that about 6-inch centers up here from the floor up to, in this case I have drywall, but if you have baseboards that are higher that goes to the wood, then you won't need any drywall anchors. Like what I mentioned, it's 18 from the wall, so we're going to measure 18 and we're going to mark 18 right here, 6 inches high. Here to here, I made my mark and I wrote it down for you friends what I got. So it's 6-inch high, 18-inch from this dot all the way to the wall. I'm going to place the center of this hanger right on that dot. Take our drywall screws and puncture it in through there. It's up to you where you want to place the other 3. For me, I'm going to place 2 more at the top and 1 on the bottom. If you have a level, you can use a level as well to make sure that this is nice and straight. Just mark it, just like that. So now it's into test fit mode. Just take this off. There we go. Now measure up to where this connection is. MagVet doesn't provide you with this extra pieces, so you can go to your local hardware store to buy this extra sheet metal tubing and connections if you need one. And if you need those as well, I'll leave the link on the description down below, but these you can just buy at your Lowe's or Home Depot. There is a slight bend on your connection. You can use this as well right here, and then you can orient it so that it can go on different directions. But for us, we got lucky on this one because it's just a straight shot. We're just gonna use one straight tubing. From here to here, it measures up to 14, but we'll just measure 13 3/4. 13 3/4 is right here. Make that straight line. Take your aviation snips to cut this. And now we're just going to test fit it. And you can just connect it like this. Just like that. Now before we do that, I want to add a little bit of extra, so I'm going to put a little bit of ventilation foil tape. This 3M vent tape. It's made for heat, high heat tape. If you need one of these, I'll leave in the description down below as well. And we're going to wrap it around, so just in case. Now you don't really need to put this, but for me, I want to put it so that I know for sure that it won't get disconnected along the way. Easier for yourself, and apply this like that. You don't want to peel the whole thing, okay? You want to peel it as you go. Makes it a lot easier for you. This is completely optional. So now is the easiest part. All you gotta do is put it in through here, feed it through that vent. Feed it in through, just like that. This one's a little different. We're gonna start at the back. Feed this right here, get around. Smooth install. Now you tell me, this looks aesthetically pleasing. It's a lot more simpler, and you don't have much of these vent hoses going all over the place, getting crushed by the dryer when you push it back. It's just straight to the point. Easy install, and it looks really, really good. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think, what it looks like. If you have one of these, let me know in the comment section down below as well. But let's get to the final part, which is installing the other side to the main dryer itself. If you stretch this out, this goes up to about 1 feet length. But what I like to use is these bandings right here. This is a 4-inch banding with a key. So you don't need a screwdriver or a flathead or anything. It's super easy and simple to use. And this is what I like to use on all of my banding types. Put it right here. It's nice and tight right there. Boom. That's not gonna go anywhere. See that? It looks so clean, looks so much better. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think. What looks better, this one or the old version? But definitely this one. And check this out. If you ever want to go and clean this out manually, just, you know, for your annual cleanup, all you got to do is take your dryer, pull it back out like this, and it just disconnects easily like that. Go clean, get your cleaning tool, clean out whatever, vacuum whatever, and then just like that, easily connects and disconnects in an instant. So there you have it, friends, our installation of the MV90. Again, makes it so aesthetically pleasing, and it makes your dryer and the back of your dryer look so clean and very easy to maintain, especially when you need to try to get in the back of there, clean up any clog or debris in there. You're doing your annual cleanup for your dryer to take out all that lint. If you need this MV90 and an MV180, I'll leave the links on the description down below for those links, and also for the tools that I use in this video. Let me know in the comment section down below what your experience is with these MagnaVents. Disconnect this piece. The product that I'll be replacing this with, and it's gonna be this Rayflow. It looks like this. This Rayflow dryer vent exhaust is a 3-piece. You can take it off right here. There's your tube, and then you have a vent that's coming on the bottom with a cap on the top. So the purpose of this cap is so it can prevent any debris or creatures from going in, and it does have a floating cap. Right when the air blows, this thing will start floating up. Dryer is off, this thing will sink back down, closing the opening on this tube. Pretty cool design. Some dryer vents are halfway open or has a little bit of gap, so that allows air or hot or cold air to go in, and it allows it to go inside the house. This will close that opening so that you don't have any heat or cold escaping or going inside the home. So pretty cool design. And yeah, it's a little bit more bulkier, but I'm going to show you what it looks like after it's installed, and you make the decision. So if you do end up liking this product after our install, I'll leave the link on the description down below. Check out that link. For most homeowners, this wouldn't be a problem because their dryer vent is located higher up on their house siding. This one is located super low, and plus I have this interference. So we have an extra step that we need to fix. I might have to do a little cutout here so that I can feed this and have it touch the wall. About a 1/4 inch buffer on each side, right there. Got this part exposed, but there's still this 2x8 gonna be in the way right there, so we have to relieve a little bit more. We're gonna have to cut this a little bit off here. Pause for a moment. I just want to say that this tool is really awesome. It's an oscillating tool by Worx. If you don't have one, and if you're a DIYer, this is a must tool to have. There's so many purposes that you can use this for. I even use it for drywall. If you're interested on this tool, this is Worx oscillating tool. I'll leave the link on the description down below. So since we got the dryer vent open, we might as well clean around it, and I'll try to see if we can clean further inside and clean around this with a vacuum. Hey there friends, sorry to interrupt, but if you're finding this video super helpful and you're liking it so far, please hit that like button down below, and also the subscribe. It will greatly help out the channel. Thank you so much, friends. Let's get back to the video. 1/4 inch would be the minimum. Anything that's more, probably 1/2 inch, it's a lot better, so that you can go a little bit inside of this. It all depends on your situation, but I might have to add a little bit, and that will give me a 1/2 inch extra. So I cut down this tube. You can use scissors or tin snips, whichever works for you. Slide that in. A little bit of foil tape all the way around. Put it right around it. Again, if you need this foil tape as well, I'll leave it on the link on the description down below. Be very careful with this tubing right here. The edges are sharp. Okay. There you go. That lip will go a little bit inside of this tube. Now I'm going to secure it with some decking screws, just because it's going to be exposed into the elements. After this, I'm just going to do a final aesthetic touch-up because there is an exposed hole back there. I don't want any rats or squirrels going inside there, so I'm just going to do a little bit of customization to close that off. If you want to, you can get your level. Check out the little cap on the inside. We'll install that later. We'll place this on top and get your level. Just gonna use 1-inch screws. The last thing we're gonna do is we are gonna caulk the bottom area, because that's where the penetration is. So I'm gonna be using my extreme stretch. This is for indoor and outdoor. As you can see, you're probably wondering, what is this on the top of this caulk? What it is a caulk cap, friends. I made a video on this, which is really cool. These things will save your caulk for many years. So if you didn't end up using this, you just put it right on top and you slide it in. If you're interested on these caulk caps, friends, I'll leave the link on the description down below. I use this a lot on all of my caulk. It's cheap. They're a dime a dozen. There you have it, friends. We have it installed. Last part we're going to do is we're going to place this floating cap on the inside, like so. Let's turn on the dryer and we'll see it in action. Okay, so now it's on. Let's see what's going on in there. And notice how it's just floating. See that? When I press down, you can hear the air. It's floating. I drop it. It's just bouncing because of the air. And then when it's off, it'll go back on closed mode. Keep that hole shut. It's a great design, and you won't have any debris or any worries of stuff getting in there, because this will cover it. It will vent from underneath. Right there. So notice how the air is just blowing right there. Thank you so much, friends. If you found this video super helpful, please hit that big thumbs up, press the subscribe and notification bell, and I'll see you, friends, on the next video.